one thing that I've heard from numerous people is I hear that correction officers, they're very quick to throw people in shoe unnecessarily and do it as a punishment for something like you looked at the CO the wrong way or you didn't do something fast enough. Is that your experience? And do other people have that same experience as what you had?
1,000%, because really, like, so even if you go, they got 72 hours, right? Say to begin the hearing process or whatever. So you're still in the box for 72 hours. You still did 3 days in solitary confinement for something that you may not be guilty of, is the reality, right? Like, you're not already sanctioned. They didn't say that you actually did it. They didn't prove that you actually did it. You're just being accused of it. And also that, like, for tier threes, they always get this extension, waiting for further evidence and this, that, and the other. So you might be 14 days before you actually get your tier 3 hearing. So that means you could have just did 14 days and keep locked in the box, innocent, right? You didn't even get found guilty of shit. And that happened to me when I got, I fought a case another time. I went to the box for two confidential informants in the ASAT dorm. These two dirty birds, they called dirty urines, right? I was running the ASAP program. I was the corner cube. It was my shit, right? I was having, it was mine. So anyway, long story short, these kids didn't like me because they was dirty as hell. They never wanted to clean up. They never wanted to participate in any of the things that need to get done in that shit. So ain't no police yelling at us. And I'm like, yo, y'all could do some better clean, whatever. They ain't like me. So they both called dirty urns for smoking weed. These two dirty bastards told the because they smoke together because they're friends, they tell the people that I sold them the weed. I didn't have a disbursement form come to me. I didn't have no street to street they could prove. I didn't even know the person that the money had went to. They lived in a whole nother place. Like, I have no connections at all. These stupid mother flowers still found me guilty of a tier 3 and gave me a year in the box for nothing. I said, what are y'all doing? I said, nah, you're tripping now, right? Like, I literally didn't do shit. You didn't catch me with nothing. I didn't even catch a dirty urine. They came and gave me a piss test and my urine was clean. I said, y'all caught me with nothing. They told me, tell on the hamster. I guess that's their racist term for black people, right? Tell on the hamster and we'll let you go. I said, listen here, I'm not telling on nobody. There was another kid named Kanan Tatro, I believe, because we ended up co-defendants on this thing because they saying that we was flooding the jail together and selling all kinds of drugs. Wasn't true. I wasn't doing shit. I was almost done with my bid. I was about to come home. I was at the end of the bid, waiting to get my good time and go home. I was in ASAT trying to do the damn right thing. I was gonna, after all that time, I'm gonna start doing some silly shit. So long story short, they end up sending me to the box, end up doing all that damn time in the box, tortured me in that shit. I lost 40 pounds in 4 months. I ate everything. Every single scrap of food they gave me, I ate. My bunkie was giving me shit that he didn't eat. I was eating the nasty ass liver and like fucking yakisobe and all this nasty ass turkey tetrazzini and shit I won't even never touch again in my life. I was eating all of it. Still, I lost 40 pounds in 4 months because the portions, upstate box does you dirty. We counted the cornflakes one morning. It was 16 cornflakes they gave us. How the hell a grown ass man eating 16 cornflakes with a little bit of milk? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was horrible, refusing every time I would sign up for the barber shop, right? The barber would come, they would never call on my gate. 4 months, yo, my shit was looking disgusting, yo. By the time I got out that shit and went to Bear Hill, people was like, yo, you look like you aged 20 years, bro. I looked horrible. Like, you know what that does to a person's self-esteem? You got to see all these nurses. You seeing a bunch of real civilian people, and this is how you looking out here. That shit how you feeling, tore up inside. You only showered at that point. They was only giving us 2-3 showers a week, little ass hour rec where you go out into this little rec pen. It ain't even really rec. They open the back door, you go and spin in another little circle, an encaged circle out back. You don't get no damn sun, it was completely torturous, yo. And then, you in there with another man. There's no way that two men are going to be able to get along living in that close of proximity for any strength. You end up not liking your bunkie. I don't care how cool y'all start. It just ends up like, nah, you're annoying, yo. They start doing shit that you just can't stand is the reality, and vice versa, I bet, and it's just stressful. You and that shit stress the hell out, like doing some no good box time for like for what? Like the amount of time that they used to give us in these solitaries for the crime, so to speak, did not fit. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a dirty urine. My man Rob had 5 years in upstate correctional for dirty urines for smoking marijuana. That's obsessive. He needs help. That man has a problem. There's something that needs to be addressed. That man it has that much of a difficulty not smoking weed. Like what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, no, there's actually a comment I wanted to bring up from World Pigeons. He said, this was before the cameras. They skipped myself for food, or gave two men one tray to fight over this in S Block. Have you ever heard of that before?
For sure. Sometimes they bring empty trays because you know there's cameras in the hall of some of the big shoes, like all the upstate boxes and like all these big shoes. They got cameras, so they'll bring an empty tray because it gives the appearance of it gives the appearance that you are actually getting some food while you're not getting shit. Yeah, and they do all that
Wow.
dirty scoundrel maneuvers. Send one tray with two men. You be in there tussling over that. Damn right. If I don't know. It's not enough to split in these boxes, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Somebody got to get that fool.